Good morning, FlatEarthForums.com. I recognize you. I saw you in another channel. Thank you for coming to my channel. I appreciate that. It's very early here in the morning in North Carolina. The sun is just coming up. I have a ton of things to do today. Thank you, yes. I did say before that's one thing I can count on. The sun will always rise and the sun always sets. But I'm finding out not so, because in Iceland, Alaska, Norway, they don't always get the sunrise and the sunset. So I'm wrong. But for me, I can count on it. If the day comes when the sun doesn't rise and set here in North Carolina, I better be bending over and kissing my sweet little butt, because something is off. Is it morning where you're at, Flat Earth? If it's okay, I'm just going to call you Flat Earth because you have a long name there. Flat Earth, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Not any offense to you, but FlatEarthForums.com. St. Louis. Flat or flat? Okay, flat is even better. Small it down. Keep it simple, sweetheart. Flat. How's the weather in Missouri? It's miserably humid here. Within each hour, our degrees goes up 5 degrees. That's why I'm out here early to beat the heat. I have a friend her family's from Missouri. Rainy and humid in the 90s, yep. Yeah, the humidity is what sucks, right? Take your breath away, humid. Are you still having flooding there in your area? Good morning, Miss Elegant. I'm glad you could make it. I see you're up early as well. I've already watered my flowers and got them all watered because the water isn't too good here right now. I've got a gladiola gonna bloom. It's gonna be a pink one. I had a yellow one. I'm so tickled my flowers are coming up. My fern finally poked through the ground. My butterfly roots have poked up a few leaves. I've really outdid myself. I owe that to you, Miss Elegant. Yes. My daughter gave me 9 gladiola bulbs. I took 6 for the grandkids and 3 for my kids. I gave 3 to my daughter who doesn't garden, put them over in her yard, and I kept 6 for the grandkids. It feels good to see that some of the plants I saved are living. A few of them have not made it, but I did what I could to save them. And I did like you did, Miss Elegant. I bunched some ground cover with a bulb, with a few hummingbird seed, wild seed flowers, so that in the same pot, I'm able to have a lot more plants. June Gall started me last year, but I'm inspired by you this year. I've been to June Gall's channel several times, but her and I haven't touched base as much as I'd like. So you are my inspiration this year. Flat Earth is new to my channel. Miss Elegant has a great channel. Well, if you can get out there and do it, Miss Elegant, in your conditions, I have no excuse. I have depression and I have illness as well, but I have no excuse to not get out here and enjoy the earth and the gardening. When I can, when I'm able, I'm out here. And then they need tending to, so I can't just forget them, plant them and let them die. They need me. And I need them to watch them bloom. Even if none of my children come over and see that I've done this gardening and enjoy around my bird bath, down the side of my mobile, if they don't even make it over here to see it, I realized I had to do this for me. Yes, yes, they do. They're also helping with my depression, my anxiety. I have so much anxiety. Today I go to Yanceyville to my therapist appointment. It's a 40-minute drive. It's a very nice, peaceful drive. I do my breathing relaxation on the way. But my anxiety is just, I'm up at 4:30 preparing to go, and I don't have to be there till 9 o'clock. What am I gonna wear? Laying out my clothes, changing my mind, drinking my coffee. So I decided I would live stream for a little few to take the edge off. And I got out here to water them this morning, and there was a pink bloom on the gladiola saying, "Look at me." My grandma, when I was a child, you know, in foster care, and I would go there for the weekends, she had roses. That's all she grew, prize roses. She had an area in her yard that was just roses. The peace rose, I can't remember them all, but she had names on each one of them. And we were allowed to smell them and touch, look at them. And if we were to cut them, she taught us exactly how to cut them. But she would go through that garden and tell me the name of each one. My grandpa raised guppies and sold them to the fish store. I had the best grandparents in the whole wide world that you could ask for. But at the end of the weekend, I had to go back to the Catholic orphanage, and they had to yank me off of her, but she was my refuge in the storm. You know, she did what she could. But now I don't even have one rose bush here. Eventually I'll have a rose bush. I want the lavender one, the one very fragrant lavender. And then there was one called a peace rose. It would start out orange and turn yellow in different colors. Hello, Jeanette Pickering, welcome. Miss Elegant, if you don't have Jeanette, she's from the UK. She usually does an early morning coffee stream. She hasn't been very live as much as she normally does. Every morning she would be live about this time. And I would go there and sit and have coffee. She's very funny. She's got good humor. I laugh a lot when I go to her channel. She also does cooking. You've been ill. I'm sorry to hear that, Jeanette. Yeah, I understand ill. Definitely understand that. If it isn't one thing, it's another. I mean, they want to line up 4 surgeries on me. I said, no, thank you. I don't think I want to go that route. That's a lot of different surgeries for different things. I keep putting them off. Oh, that's not good, Jeanette. I'm not too good at taking medication. I don't believe in all that pain pill stuff. I do a lot of meditating. Yes. Thank you, Flat Earth. Prayers for you, Jeanette. Two weeks. Yeah, antibiotics. Oh, I've done the antibiotic round. They can mess up your system, but that's necessary if you have an infection or a bacteria. After they did my gastroscopy and colonoscopy, I wasn't right for a good 4 weeks. Cellulitis, ooh, that's a good one. That's a toughie. Stick with it, Jeanette. That can be very painful as well. The morning first cup of coffee just tastes the best. Even though I'm on my 3rd cup, it still tastes so good. I gotta be careful not to drink too many cups, because that doesn't help my anxiety when I get to the doctor's office or the therapist. She knows. She's really a good therapist. She quit her other office because he was a shiesty and want to get the patients in and charge too much money. And she went out on her own, opened up her own office, tiny little office in an old building. I took her a picture for her wall. Really beautiful picture for meditating on, like a ship in the ocean. And gave it to her. She's well worth the pennies and dollars and cents my insurance pays her. She really has done for me more for me than any therapist in my entire life. Okay, Miss Elegant. I know I'm rambling. It's okay today. Miss Jeanette, if you want to pop in and pop out and you're going to go live, I understand. I'm glad you showed up today. I really appreciate you being here. Any minutes, I'm grateful for. Our sun is just coming up. What time is it in the UK? Probably about 10:30 or 11, right? How's the weather in your neck of the woods, woods? I don't know if there's woods in the UK, but I don't, my cry hurt his knee at Miss Elegant. He bruised his knee beyond belief. And he is down for a bit. He's been down for about a week. I know he's barely walking from spot to spot, and it's just him and his significant other on the farm, so they're really struggling right now to manage. I I thought he might go live last night, but he still did not. Um, the bruise was the size of a larger than a softball, like a grapefruit, very black and blue. So he fell, and that's about all I know. And he's been down. He said it hurts to stand, it hurts to walk. I know a lot of his animals are on self-watering and self-feeding troughs, but he still has to go out and maintain a daily schedule as well. Yes. I try to stay in touch with him daily. I did not hear from him yesterday. I don't want to bug him too much. He's my go-to nighttime stream when I can't sleep. I hang out there, and he has not been on, so I have had to find other streams. And I have to know that YouTube people can come and go. They might not always be here to count on. Like I was asking Soldier Poet about you, Miss Elegant. Where had you been? I hadn't seen you in a few days. And I think about you often because of my flowers. And he told me yesterday when I was live streaming that you were also live streaming. So I was able to catch your live stream. You know, YouTube brings people to you that you could never meet in real life, but some people you just kind of take a liking to. I have a handful of people that even in my daily going about routine, I wonder how they're doing, you know? I think about them. And I will carry the, may the Lord bless you richly and abundantly at the end of my prayer for my children, probably for the rest of my life. I never added that in my dream and my prayer. But I want my children to be blessed richly and abundantly. And they have been beyond me. And that's all I ask for. And then they pass it to my grandkids. And I'm grateful for that. But if I keep that in my prayer, He'll hear me. That's all I got to say about that, Miss Elegant. You know, Flat Earth, last year I started out with a box of seeds that were expired, and I sprinkled them on all the soil in pots I had. And I was amazed at how many of them grew. They were for butterflies and in direct sun. I just sprinkled those seeds everywhere. And I got a couple plants from Lowe's home improvement store and planted those last year. And I was amazed at how the ground cover swelled to 4 plants this year. And the butterfly seeds, I got flowers for a good 9 months. Different cosmos and different flowers out of that variety box of seeds. Just do it, Flat Earth. You'll be happy you did. Brussels. Bruised knee. Yes, very bruised. Very, very bruised. I've had 2 knee replacements, and after they replace your knee, you usually end up with bruising from the ankle up to the hip, and it doesn't feel good. I don't know what he did. It wasn't the direct knee, it was like above the knee in the fleshy part. But I know that's got to be painful. So, Flat Earth, do you really believe the Earth is flat? Hello, Picker Rick. Good morning. I'm all ready to go to Yanceyville. I've had my coffee, my shower. I'm just enjoying the sunrise before I go. A short live stream here. Before I get up and motor on down the road. Thank you. As long as it doesn't come up too much in my eyes where I can still see the chat, it's beautiful. But once it starts affecting my reading of the people, I don't like it so much. Because then I have to try to turn around and... I didn't bring Bailey out yet. I'm going to put her on the tether before I go. I still haven't got this grass mowed all the way. My lawnmower and my ride-on took a dump. I think my lawnmower just needs carburetor cleaner in it. It's not grass, it's weeds. Oh, that was a long one, Flat Earth. Let me see if I could read it. I'll have to read that when I go inside. Can't row drone. Oh, just one thing or another. So I'm probably going to have to get some carburetor spray to spray in the lawnmower to see if I can get the push mower to start. The ride-on needs a belt. It doesn't need a belt, it just slipped the belt. I have no clue. I'm not mechanically inclined. Oh, you're a phone. Drone. Can't. Road drone. Hello. Oh, there must be another person in here that I didn't see. I'm sorry if I missed everybody. The chat goes by fast when I'm on the phone outside. I'm not trying to disregard anyone. I have to look away from the sun now because it's very bright. And it's in my eyes. At least it's cooler this morning. Cool enough that I could get the plants watered and everything. I'll put Bailey on the tether before I go. She'll be fine till I get back. She has a shady spot, water, and she likes to be outside. I take her with me, but she just doesn't have good enough car behavior, leash behavior yet for me to take her everywhere I go. Oh, in Japan. Japan. Look at, I got a person from Japan in here. Well, thank you, Japan, for showing up in my chat. I used to know how to say I love you very much, but now all I know is watashi wa anate o, but I don't know the rest. And I don't want to massacre it. I know it's something like ishmasha or something, but I would massacre it. Massacre it. Yes, elegant. You definitely have been blessed with a beautiful, wonderful, wonderful hubby. I had thought I was going to have a hubby forever too, but that wasn't the case. I do miss him. He'll be gone 24 years in April. So it's 23 years ago. Yeah. But I'll do what I can. I'm not in a hurry to find another companion. When I find the right one, I'll know. No hurries. But it's nice to have a partner to help with different things. Yeah, I mowed 1/3 with the push mower before it decided to not mow. So this back section here, he won't let us plant even a tree on. We can do nothing with it but look at it. In the hot blazing sun. I'd love to have a tree, a little garden, a shade area back here. Nothing. The dang overlord. Well, my son has plans. He's looking for some property. We're going to move all of 4 of us to that property. And he's going to have a little mobile home rental park. It'll be his. He's looking for property now to put us all on. We've paid enough in lot rent to own our lots to this guy here. Ridiculous, ridiculous. Why? I don't know. I guess financial, I didn't have the money at the time. So anyways, you never got married and had no kids? Oh, you're 50? Wow, flat earth. Some people aren't meant to be married. Did you not get married by choice? Or just never found the right person? And here I go moving around. I got a selfie stick though. It's a lot more steady than it used to be. Your wife went poof? What? My wife went poof over a year ago. Oh, Vicar Rick, I'm sorry to hear that. Poof. Poof can mean a lot of things. I'm not laughing, it's not funny. Heavy sigh. Trying to keep this anxiety down. But I'm gonna do it. Yes, I am. Literally. Oh, wow. She packed up her bags and she took off down the road, huh? Left you here standing with the bills you owed. Rick, I'm sorry to hear that. That happened to my dad. He remarried, got us kids back when we were young. We were all reunited, and then his wife poofed on him. I think she poofed out with the fellow next door, though. They both poofed. It wasn't meant to be, Picker Rick. It wasn't meant to be. Were you married a long time? Or just a year? There's a fellow down the street here. He does the yard work for the owner. He's divorced after 42 years of marriage. He stops by and says hello to me from time to time. 42 years of being married to this woman. He's now divorced. He's 72 years old. He stops and says hello. He asked me did I want to ride with him to Chapel Hill, but I was hesitant. He also offered to look at my lawnmower, but his asthma is so bad he can't be in the heat at all and breathe. He says he has a lady friend that he goes to bingo with at the church. So he has a companion. But that's got to be hard after 42 years having a divorce. Picker Rick. I didn't see. I'll have to. You don't look old enough to do all that. 27 years? It was your second? Wow. "27 years is a long time, Rick." Yes. That takes some getting over. That takes some getting over. Well, the sun is deciding to come up and blare more. My battery is down to 20%. I'm really straining to see the chat. So I'm going to end the stream and tell everybody peace out. Have a good day. Stay in the cool. Don't work too hard. And be happy. Ending the stream, pushing the X. Ending the stream.